Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage Jewelry. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and tarot to communicate energies to you, the viewer. So today's video is a little different. It's me in the flesh. So sometimes it's good just to connect with the people who are doing your reading. So to my subscribers, thank you so much. I'm so blessed, so grateful. Love you guys so much. Truly appreciate your support. And to my new subscribers, viewers, welcome. So today we'll be doing a general reading. Okay, and this general reading will be kind of like what energy is coming in next for you. And we'll see what spirit wants to communicate. Okay, so we'll have three options to choose from. We'll do three separate readings here. And if you resonate with all three, that's fine. Just select whichever option that you're more drawn to. So for the picks, we'll be doing some tarot. Okay, so we'll pull three tarot cards and select whichever one you're feeling mostly intuitively guided towards. And then I will put the timestamps in the description box and in the pinned comment below, and it will take you directly to your pick. All right, so option number one, peeking out already, we have the Fool. Okay. Option number two, so this is option one. Okay, option number two, we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, for option two. And for option number three, we have the Knight of Wands. All right, so I'll put all three here so you guys can concentrate, and whichever one you're intuitively guided towards, then just pick it from the timestamp below and we will get into your reading. All right, so we have option one with the Fool. Okay, so let's get started with the tarot, and we'll be using the After Tarot. And we'll ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for pile number one. Please protect me and pile number one as we channel this message. And thank you so much, pile number one, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. So let's see what we have here. So usually these readings are a little more intuition and spirit than they are tarot, but we will see what we can pick up. So I'm feeling heavy water energy. So you could certainly be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay, or maybe just very creative or working on creative passions, focused on emotional matters, things that make you happy. Yeah, I'm feeling a really creative passion project. Okay, so what do we have? We have the Five of Wands. Now it is in reverse. So healthy competition. So maybe you're entering into a field where there's a lot of competition, and yeah, almost like you're taking your work seriously now, or you've leveled up in some sort of way. Now you're having to compete or put your stuff out there where it could be criticized or critiqued. But I do feel like there's heavy creativity coming from this group. Okay, and then Ace of Pentacles popped out. So new beginning in material wealth. Now this could definitely be an opening for financial stability. Maybe some of you guys with this creative project or this creation, you haven't really used this to have monetary gain, but I see that there is now an opportunity for you to make money, or at least to benefit materially from your passion project. Okay, Spirit, what else do we have here for pile number one? Two cards. We have the Fool coming out again, and we have the Eight of Swords. And this is the After Tarot. And because you picked the Fool initially, yeah, I feel like I didn't want to just talk about the card you picked just in case it was, whatever, just, you see the Fool and you selected it and you didn't really know why. But for the Fool to come out again, there's no such thing as coincidences. I feel like the Fool is really stipulating or stressing the fact that you're entering into unknown territory, but you're taking a risk. And I feel like this Fool here in the After Tarot has already leaped. Okay, whereas this Fool's about to take a leap. So I feel like you have entered the state in which you're putting your work out there, your work, your creative baby, I guess. And I feel like you were able to release yourself from some sort of limitation that you had put on yourself with this Eight of Swords, and this guy's freeing this lady from her prison. So maybe you have help from somebody recently who's allowed you to progress or release some of your limitations that you were maybe putting on yourself, or anything that was holding you back, or maybe someone was holding you back and now that person is out of the way and you're stepping into your unknown territory. But there is a beautiful Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. I'm hearing for some of you guys that you still have maybe another part of your life that you're having to balance here in order for you to maintain this. So maybe you've taken a project off the ground, but you're not sure how it's going to impact your social life or your work life, how you're going to have work-life balance and still be serious about your creative pursuit. Okay, Spirit, what can we tell them about this further? Okay, Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is someone really going after what they love, their passion, creativity. This is water energy again, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I feel like you're really, really creative. And maybe your headspace is so creative that it's difficult for you to focus on parts of your life that require more of a logistical, administrative type brain. I feel like you're really dedicated to focusing on this. Yeah, look at this, Nine of Pentacles. So you're about to really solidify yourself and stand strong in this field, but also build on your wealth and your stability in this project. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords coming out reverse. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're coming out of a really difficult state. I think a really difficult state of mind. And I feel like you were really held back by your emotional state to pursue this. And now you're free from pain, free from anything that was holding you back. Maybe some of you guys were going through a state of depression or just withdrawal, or like everything felt heavy. And I feel like you've been really focused on building yourself up. And now you've leaped and you're facing this this exciting project, and you're focusing on your exciting projects. Okay, so the Fool. Now this Fool card came in reverse. So I feel like maybe some of you guys feel like nothing's happening right now. Like you've leaped and now you're kind of like, well, you know, maybe I'm not making as much money as I thought I would, or I haven't really seen the fruits of my investment. Spirit, can we communicate what can beautiful pile number one start to expect to see energetically? What's coming towards them in regards to this creative endeavor that they're jumping into? You guys, the Six of Cups. So this is like childhood dream. This is something you've always wanted to do for a really long time. Something that you felt you were emotionally meant to do, or that brings you emotional satisfaction, but it also is living your life's calling, or your calling, your life's purpose. Like you feel like you're finally in your life's pursuit. So Spirit is saying, hold on. Spirit is saying one thing at a time. First of all, I want to finish what I was saying. Spirit was saying that possibly you started when you were younger and you've given up on that dream, or you've given up putting in your energy towards it, or really taking the next step in it. So maybe it's always been a part of you, or you always continued doing it more as a kind of a hobby or a side thing. And Spirit is saying you're aligning to your calling. You're actually aligning to what it is that you've were put here to do. Okay, so we see here the 10 of Swords, and this is the after tarot, and the 10 of Swords talks about an ending, a difficult ending that you've put behind you. I feel like you guys come out of something that has left you kind of pretty down and out, maybe even really traumatic. But I feel like you guys have been mending yourself and putting yourself together. And this is now a fresh start out of a period of time where nothing was giving you hope, or maybe hope was relying on other people, relying on other things that wasn't something you were working on or building on. So it was very flaky and non-trustworthy, not anything that you could hang your hat on, because it wasn't something that you were able to control or move forward. And now there's a sense of empowerment and control. And yeah, I feel like it's just the beginning here. Okay, so Spirit, what else do we want to communicate about this before we switch to another tarot deck? So we have the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you guys have been really held back in this area, or at least moving towards this, but you, again, really wanted. The King of Wands is an entrepreneurial energy and goes after their own business, their own passions, and the fact that he is in reverse, I feel like this is the phase that you're learning to embrace. Is maybe you feel a little bit out of your comfort zone with the Fool and the King in reverse, like maybe I'm not meant for this, there's competition. But Spirit is saying not only are you meant for this, this is definitely your calling with the Six of Cups, that you have it in you. You are showing up as this King of Wands and water energy. So heavy fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and heavy Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy could certainly be prominent in your birth chart. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else coming towards pile number 1 that they can expect for general message? Clear and concise for pile number 1, please. Thank you. The Sun. Wow. This is joy. This is like the most joyous card in the tarot. This is clarity, illumination, happiness. So if you guys were going through a period of uncertainty and healing and doubt, this is like the polar opposite. Okay, so I feel like you taking that leap of faith and moving forward is giving you the confidence, because this is definitely about confidence, and it's going to like spark up your world. Essentially, you're going to feel in control of your own happiness, because I feel like maybe you're relying on or held back. I feel like there's this held back energy that you come from, that you've been able to release yourself from. The Star, you guys. So some of you guys are probably gonna like push this creative vision to the point of stardom, and yeah, like be really recognized in your field. Okay, so for some of you guys, yeah, like to even a point of celebrity. But I feel like could even just be in your community, right? Like everyone's going to recognize you as kind of it, and be known for that creative thing. Okay, let's pull some of these cards to see what else. So Spirit, what else is coming towards pile number 1? Anything they should be aware of, or what's coming towards pile number 1 energetically? All right, so we have nature. Yeah, I feel like with this card, I feel like you guys are finally at peace or at one with what it is that feels natural to you. Something that you don't feel like you're having to fight to do, because this is something you've always wanted to do. What else is there? Balance. Wow, this is a beautiful card too. So yeah, we saw the Two of Pentacles and then balance. Maybe some of you guys are concerned about how you're going to balance this part of your life. and the rest of what you have going on. So Spirit, anything to communicate? Okay, so yeah, anticipation. So maybe you're anticipating there to be difficulty balancing this with the rest of your life. Nature came out again right behind it. Yeah, I feel like you're such a natural at this, and I feel like this is a natural feeling that you have, that you might not be able to balance this because it's new in your life, or even how you would compare to everyone else that's doing it. But I feel like the energy that I'm feeling here is the energy I'm feeling here from Spirit is that you are such a natural at this, and I feel like your destiny to pursue this and continue pursuing this is going to come very easily to you. So maybe the anxiety you're feeling, or you're anticipating maybe there being more challenge than there actually is. Okay, so let's pull some of these and take a look. So who or what is coming towards pile number 1? Anything else we can communicate to pile number 1? Spirit, thank you very much. So we have distant horizons. Okay, so this talks about movement and near future. So the fact that we have the anchor with the boat, I feel like you're moving towards something that's really secure, and it's going to secure you for not only for your future, but I feel like it's something really solid, like a legacy you're building for yourself and your name and your family. But I feel like mostly you're starting this, because we saw the 9 of Pentacles, you're starting this, and I feel like you're going to build yourself an empire for yourself to stand solid and not need or rely on anybody. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you're wanting to go solo. You're wanting to be in control of your own empowerment, your own vision. And because it's so creative, it's like emotionally close to your heart. Privileged lady. Yeah, so if some of you guys have been like financially strapped, I feel like this project is going to bring you so much abundance. And we have mature man. So maybe some of you guys are feeling like it's about time that that you stepped into this energy and building yourself up with this mature man. Now, is this another energy coming in as well, Spirit? I feel like Spirit is saying like your level of experience, although you're stepping into uncharted territories, your level of experience is really matured in this creative field. So I think the communication here is, if you are fearing challenge or skeptical or anticipating there to be difficulty in managing or balancing this out, Spirit's saying like you're a natural at it. So there's a lot of reinforcement here. Journey. Yeah, definitely embarking on a journey with the ship, with movement, journey. This is like a new phase for you guys. And I feel like you're totally ending something that was hurtful. That's completely over. I feel like you've mended yourself. Some of you guys are on the upward swing, because we saw the 3 of Swords in reverse. And then we also saw the 10 of Swords, which is a painful ending. But I feel like there's a part of you that's still kind of healing, still going through putting yourself back together. But I feel like a lot of you guys are well on your way. Okay. What else do we have? North, expansion. Yes, this is moving towards change in a positive way. Okay, North Node. Yeah, this is forward movement, the journey, the ship. I feel like you're really expanding, not only creatively, obviously, but financially. I feel like this is the beginning of you really solidifying yourself, making a name for yourself. Some of you guys getting stardom, getting recognition, and a dream come true with the Star. Star is also something that you didn't think you could attain, or something you didn't think you could grab. The Star is like, yeah, like your wishes being granted to you. Oh my gosh, alchemy and magic. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys will feel like this is absolutely magical. And what Spirit is saying here with alchemy, it's your ability to like, although it feels magical and like it's just kind of happening to you, Spirit is saying you're able to energetically put into this project, and whatever energy that you're putting into this has manifested and has created this for you. So it's not like it just magically appeared. It's like your energy and your ability to work with your environment has allowed this to be birthed and for this to this to develop. And I kind of feel, because you have two hands here, that maybe in this creative project you guys use your hands. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're building art. Maybe you're like putting things together. Maybe you put jewelry together, or build things with your hands. What else, spirits? Wow, expansion. What else do we have? We have here endurance and rock. Wow. Yeah, I feel like the part of your life that you're exiting has provided you with the confidence now that you know that you're stable enough and you're solid. Like this rock talks about something that's indestructible, right? Endurance is like you keep going despite setbacks. And I feel like that part of your life has, although very painful, I feel like it's built your confidence, knowing that nothing's really going to stop you. I feel like you guys are really solid in your position here with this project and this creative project. Okay, let us pull some of these and see what we see here. Okay, Spirit, anything further? What's coming towards pile number one? Is there anything else aside from this creative project or energy that they should be aware of? Okay, so we got 3 that flipped. Okay, we have everything is possible with the twin flame card. So this is interesting. Twin flame could be a soulmate, could be maybe you've been inspired by somebody who is allowing you to believe everything is possible. And I feel like with that star, like this star is talking about like impossibilities coming true. Like maybe you never believed that you'd be able to accomplish this. Divine order, practice, and patience. Yeah, so this definitely talks about a project, putting in practice, being patient with yourself, learning how to accept divine order. I feel like the divine order is really talking about now being the time for you to drive forward with this project. The electric creative expression. You guys, what are you guys doing? This is so cool. Okay, so definitely something very creative, very creative expression, practice patience, everything is possible. So maybe you guys are putting a little bit of pressure on releasing the next, or not being quite feeling like releasing something. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling like you're releasing something, but there's more energy or more effort or more detail or more making it just right that you could actually still invest before releasing. So maybe you feel rushed, or like you have to keep putting something out there. But I think practice patience. I think there's a need to be gentle with yourself, especially at first when you're learning how to express your creative vision, because maybe you're just learning how to support your full authentic creative expression. Okay, and everything is possible. Like this is absolutely beautiful. Now, because it's this twin flame 1111, I think 1111 is a destined number. So let's see if we can read more into why this twin flame is coming out here. Spirit, is there anything further that pile number 1 needs to know about this twin flame energy and this everything is possible? Is there anything more? Firefly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Firefly is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries is the Emperor, and the Emperor is divine masculine. The Emperor is also somebody who is empowered, somebody who is a boss. I feel like you're a boss of you. I feel like you're in this you're in the big boss energy, okay? Like nobody's going to tell you what to do. And a Firefly lights the way. And a firefly also is only seeing whatever it's illuminating around it. So I feel like you're on a path right now that is unknown, but you're able to see just kind of in front of you, and it's going to help you to see so you don't get like knocked into anything that might be in your way. You're able to navigate yourself slowly but surely. But I feel like the Emperor Aries energy is really coming in heavy here. Yeah, like you're your own boss and you have a determination and an empowerment about going after this and making things happen. Wow. So yeah, twin flame, divine masculine energy. I feel here like you're in your divine power. Bat. Okay, so bat. A bat is something about night, because when I saw firefly, I was thinking of night again, and now with the bat, and bats fly in the nighttime. Something about night. So maybe you're more creative at night. Do you find you're more creative at night? Bats also have a way of knowing things, or like having a unique way to communicate and seeing, because I was talking about the firefly being able to see just in front of it. I think some of you guys might feel like you're in the dark and not knowing, and maybe there's a little bit of anxiety around that, but I feel like the bat, it just has the natural ability to navigate in the dark. The firefly has this natural illumination about it that sees what it needs to see so it doesn't crash and burn. I feel like, yeah, you guys are trying to find a balance because you're not quite sure if you have the natural ability to make it happen, but I feel like this is totally your wheelhouse. And I feel like the competition around you is like healthy competition that keeps pushing you, but it doesn't make you feel low self-confidence about yourself. I feel like that, because we were seeing, sorry if you're following, the Five of Wands, and it was reversed with, I think was your first card with the healthy competition. I feel like you have enough challenge around you that pushes you enough, but I feel like you being the Emperor, like you're going to be well known, and you're going to be the big boss. Fish. Okay, we're going to end it with fish, because fish talks about abundance, like great abundance. Okay, financial wealth, material wealth. I just feel like a lot of you guys too, because the fish could very much be spiritual or religious factor. Like you have a knowing, or at least maybe a lot of you guys pray to a greater source for this to come true for you. I feel like you're really being blessed with what you deserve. But the fish also, to me, wanders around unknown in a big sea, maybe even lost. So I feel like a lot of you guys, with all the cards I'm seeing here, have a sense of maybe you don't know where you're going, you don't quite know where you're navigating, and it's natural that a fish lives in the ocean and water and finds its way. So all of these animals we were seeing, I feel, have a sense of naturally navigating through a situation that we would be like, oh, how the hell did they do that, right? So I feel like people will be looking at you like, how is this person able to pull that off or accomplish that? But I feel like you're such a natural at it. So I don't know, this could be a whole bunch of different things, but I feel like it is creative, and I'm super excited to hear what it is. So leave it in the comments, and then we're going to move on to pile number 2. So I'll see you guys later. All right, beautiful. Pile number 2. If you pick this Ace of Swords, then pile number 2, this is your reading. And the beautiful Ace of Swords, I love, because it's a new beginning in truth, clarity, and yeah, so maybe a lot of you guys were anticipating a new beginning, okay? And maybe there was something that needed to come to light, or something that you had to experience in order for you to see a truth about a situation. So let's see what Spirit has to say for beautiful pile number 2, Spirit. I'm so blessed, and please protect pile number 2 and myself as we channel this message clear and concise for beautiful pile number 2. And thank you, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy. Okay, we have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is a card talking about waiting for ships to come in, but it's like we've done the groundwork, we've analyzed, we prepared, we put in energy, we put in effort, and now we're kind of waiting for things to happen. So I feel like there's an anticipation of a new beginning here, okay? Because I feel like something's been revealed, or at least you've put something in motion where the truth was set in motion, and now you're kind of waiting. Yeah, you're kind of waiting. So what else do we have here, Spirit, for beautiful pile number 2? What are they waiting for? Is it going to come in? The Lovers. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Lovers talks about a choice, and it could very well be choosing between someone we love and something else. It could very much be choosing between two lovers. I feel like maybe you're waiting for the right time to be truthful about moving towards a decision or an option. Okay, Spirit, general message for pile number 2. What do you want to communicate in regards to this decision and this option for pile number 2's future? 3 of Wands. Your future. I feel like you're really looking at your future. This is the after tarot, and see how this guy has like an eagle there. And he's waiting for the eagle to land. Like the people who, I guess, set the eagle, and then they have that arm piece, and then the eagle comes back to them. Maybe what I'm feeling. Yeah, and I was feeling that with the Ace of Swords. I feel like some of you guys might have put something out there and tried to put something in motion, and now you're kind of waiting to see how it comes back or how it plays out in order for you to make a decision, okay? In order for you guys to choose which way you want to go. And it is a very important choice for your future. And yeah, so it's almost like if this comes back to me, or if the eagle comes back to me, it's like you already know then what your answer is, but you're kind of waiting for that signed, sealed, and delivered before you get on that choice or get on with your decision. Okay, so, and I feel like that was unleashed with the truth, or something that you communicated with truth, or you're waiting to communicate with truth. Yeah, I feel that more. You're waiting to communicate with truth, but you put some feeler out there, and now you're waiting to see whether this bird comes back. Bird is freedom. Bird is flying. Bird is, well, what else, Spirit? What do we have here with an eagle is freedom. The eagle represents freedom. The Lovers, you guys, yeah. You guys are on the precipice of making a very important life decision that impacts your future. And you're wanting to make it around truth. And I think you're wanting to communicate this truth. And if you have already communicated this truth, now you're waiting for somebody to come back and, yeah, and give you their decision so that you're able to move forward. There is a feeling of waiting or anticipation here. Okay, and there is heavy emphasis on a decision or an option. 8 of Wands. This is a breakthrough. This is communication. So the Ace of Swords talks about communication, mental clarity. The 8 of Wands talks about communication. It also talks about travel, okay, movement. Maybe something that was stagnant is now moving forward. Maybe there's a lot of flurry around communication. Maybe you're wanting to move forward in an area of your life. I do feel like there is forward movements, progression in an area. Okay, Spirit, can we get more about this Lovers and this option or decision that pile number 2 is having to make? Page of Swords, communication again. And this is, the Page of Swords is like, pages talk of communication, but it's also like somebody still learning, maybe somebody who's curious, not quite sure, so just kind of trying to find their way, because Swords is thought and communication. and maybe you're having to start the communication around an area that could be challenging, but you're not quite sure where it's going to go, but you kind of have to face it. Or I heard peel the scab. Okay, that sounds really gross, but it's asking you to peel the scab. Spirit, why are we peeling the scab? Okay, peel the scab to get to the bottom of the truth. And sometimes peeling a scab could, sometimes peeling the scab could hurt and reopen a wound, but sometimes peeling the scab makes it look healed and it heals. So yeah, there's something here that maybe there was wounding around, and if you were to pick the scab, Spirit, why such a weird message? Can we get some more here for beautiful pile 2? We have the Magician. This is manifesting what you want with the law of attraction and having all the tools, because the Magician has the Wands, Swords, Pentacles, and Cups at his disposal to create something. So Spirit is saying you have all of the tools necessary in order to manage a situation in which maybe you're feeling novice with the Page. Maybe you're feeling unprepared to handle a situation. Okay, so but why the peeling of the scab, which I don't want to say anymore. What is going on there with that, you guys? We got the 3 of Swords. So yeah, heartache. Now we know what the scab, the heartache, but this is the after tarot, and look at how the heart is mending. So I feel like this situation is difficult because maybe there was a lot of heartbreak, or maybe there's a history with pain. And so there is this mending of the heart, and now you're wanting to move forward, but you're still on shaky ground, and you're not sure. Now I got it. You're not sure if you do make the decision and move forward, if you're going to come back to the same spot where you were with the broken heart and all the healing that you did. So when you peel the thingy, it could bleed and then reignite, and then you have to do all the healing again. So, okay, I see where you're at. So Spirit, pile number 2 has some healing that they've worked very hard for, and they are not wanting to step in a situation that's going to bring them heartache and heartbreak. Any information for pile number 2 that's going to help them on the energy that's coming in, something that can help give guidance around the situation. Page of Swords again. Okay, so this is just keeps reconfirming that maybe you feel like you're a novice in an area of having a discussion. Maybe you don't understand fully yet, because this is like not really understanding it, but Spirit's saying to ask questions, and the more questions you ask, then you can get better clarity. Yeah, because the Page of Swords is someone who's curious, who's asking questions, and trying to get to the bottom of the truth of a situation that could potentially pose a threat. Maybe some of you guys are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm also feeling maybe heavy like air energy here in your chart, and maybe you're in your head about something. Why do we keep seeing this Page of Swords, Spirit? What else? The Star. This is a wish come true. This is getting one's wish, and this is healing. Yeah, I feel like there is some healing that you've been doing, and I feel, yeah, because here, this Star card with the after tarot, like she's completely submerged in the water, whereas the Rider-Waite, like the traditional tarot, the Star card, she's like has one toe in her healing waters, and it's like not fully healed. I feel like you're really submersed in this healing energy, and maybe you're more healed than you actually know. I think you're more healed, and you've done more healing than you actually give yourself credit for. Okay, so what else about this does pile number 2 need to know, Spirit? And what is this decision all about? Life, breath. Oh my goodness. Number 27, life, breath. Life, breath. I feel like this is a really major life decision for you with the 3 of Wands talking about future, but I feel like This is going to reignite you and give you something to live for with the star. And it's like, once you get on that ship, because the Three of Wands talks about waiting for your ship to come in, it's like you're going to leave home base. And maybe the fear, I don't really see fear here, but there's like this uncertainty. And I feel like that eagle still, that flies out and comes back. It's like, maybe you want to be able to pull away. You want to be able to come back. But once you get on a ship, that's different than an eagle. You get on the ship and then you move different continent, different country. So I don't know that you're really wanting to go, go and not be able to come back. But I feel like with that life and that breath, it's like a whole new life. It's like giving a whole new breath to life, like giving it, it's like a whole new life. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about that. I don't think you like that very much, do you? Okay, well, why are we seeing this now? Okay, well, there's definitely lots of healing that happened in order for you to trust that this whole new life is good, but I don't like the feeling that you were giving me. Home and earth. Home and earth. Home and earth. Home and earth. I need a little bit more. Home and earth. Yeah, the comfort, home and earth. There's like a sense of comfort that maybe moving forward, getting on that ship, there is a sense of comfort with self that maybe you're not comfortable just quite yet. So maybe your decision is comfort, stay kind of in the same comfort zone, home and earth, something I know and familiar, or move towards new life and something else around truth and clarity. I feel like you know what the truth and clarity is, and maybe you're choosing to be more in your comfort zone is kind of what I'm feeling. Clarity. Yeah, let's see, said truth and clarity. Okay, clarity mountain. So mountain talks about could talk about something that we need to resolve that is surmountable, like something you can't move a mountain. It could be an obstruction, a problem in the way that is unmovable. But it is coming with clarity. So maybe there is some certainty and some clarity and some truth around something that you can't change. And it's going to remain. But I think that you need clarity in how to navigate around it or how to make do with it in this new life. How do you, okay, Spirit, one thing at a time, please. For this pile number 2 and this mountain and this clarity, how do they navigate through this mountain, and what are they? More advice, please, here for pile number 2. We have wildness and electricity. I feel like, wow, what I really got from this card is there is this passion within you that needs to be reignited. Okay, with breath, electricity, wildness. I feel like maybe you've been living safe for quite some time, and Spirit is saying that you're being called to move forward, and I feel like you probably feel like there are certain things about you that cannot change, that are unchangeable, and maybe you need to get more clear and have clarity and more truth around what the actual truth is that maybe, yeah, because the star talks about like something that you can't put your finger on, that's like out of this world, and maybe you think that the mountain is fixed, but the star is saying that anything is possible, that mountain that you think is fixed, that if you peel the scab back, right, and take a look underneath that, maybe you're telling yourself that there's something fixed here that's not, or there's an obstacle that isn't really an obstacle, and you can really capture that star. Like you could really go after what you want. That's really going to ignite you. That's your passion. That's wildness. That's going into the unknown, full of fire. And yeah, I think you want to play it safe. You want to be able to come back, which makes sense because home and earth. Okay, Spirit, what else? Oh, sorry, I dropped a card. I'll be right back. Okay, message. That is giving me that whole page of swords again. And we did see the 8 of Wands, so message, communication. So is pile number 1 going to receive communication, or do they have to communicate? Occupation. And she's sewing something. Occupation. I feel like occupation is someone's identity, kind of in a way, like their life, what they do for a living. What they do for a living, and she's making something. Okay, let's pull one more for clarity here. I feel like you're trying to build something for yourself, but concern, yeah. So there's communication with the message. You have concern around maybe you have concern around your occupation. If you were to get on the ship, maybe it could be very literal, like I have an obstacle here. I need to be able to have a job. And if I move away from home and get on this ship of the unknown wildness, it's like, where would I work? So you're concerned about that. Okay, which is very valid. Let us take a look at these cards here and see if we have more information about what does Spirit want to say to you. Beautiful pile number 2. Should they be concerned? Why is there... What are they supposed to do here with that occupation? And okay, we have octopus. Okay, this octopus, well, octopuses have 8 legs or arms. And I feel like what Spirit is really communicating here with the octopus is that you have way more ability to accomplish more things than a one-track mind, is what I feel. And your intelligence and your ability to balance and juggle multiple things is going to be your key to make something happen here. So I feel like for some of you guys who are concerned with occupation, I feel like there's a lot of different avenues that you can explore, that you don't have to have one sort of main source of income, that you're able to have what you need based on your ability to multitask and do multiple things at once, and you're super intelligent here. So if you are concerned, maybe Spirit wants you to think outside the box, rely on your intelligence and your ability to multitask. Okay, I dropped a card. We have Dragonfly. Okay, the Dragonfly is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is also, I mean, you keep getting like swords, air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's like mental thought, that's clarity, that's brilliance, that's relying on, I feel like there's a need for you to rely on all of your abilities, because I feel like maybe you're really heavily relying on a way that you are, and it's maybe taken over the bulk of your personality. You know, maybe you're a safe person, so now the way that you are safe is now bleeding into other areas of your life. So Spirit's saying, don't forget that you are also wild. Don't forget that you're also passionate. Don't forget that you can take risks and rely on your intelligence, right? Because yeah, you're safe, but you also have an intelligence in order to manage these situations where you are being more wild, where you are taking more risks, because you do have that brilliance and that clarity of mind that maybe you've forgotten. Okay, and maybe you feel like you can't lean on that for some reason, but Spirit's reminding you that you have the ability to not only come up with that idea, but also to manage it in the practical way with all those 8 arms and legs. Okay, so let's take a look at what else is coming towards. Who or what else is coming towards beautiful pile number 2? What energy is coming towards beautiful pile number 2? Play with the number 36. I feel like some of you guys might be very, safe with the play. I feel like maybe there's some sort of decision here and movement that maybe you're really not allowing yourself to take a little more lightly. And maybe it's because I really feel like this is in regards to your future. So why play? Why would they play? This is weird. Spirit, sorry. Why are we seeing play here? Does play have to do with it? Warning. Play and warning. Okay, one more. I feel like you guys are taking something really, really serious. And maybe it's not as serious or as fixed as you think it is. Yeah. Waterproof with the number 53. Waterproof. Okay, I know what's going on. So in this situation, because I'm picking up your energy and then spirits and then your energy really heavy. I think there's a lot of anxiety that you're experiencing. And we didn't see the 9 of Swords, but I just feel like a part of you is anticipating something and feeling anxious about it and breaking free and having to go make that decision and feeling like you're committed, like the mountain and can't be moved or unchanged. I feel like what Spirit is saying is that this decision is actually allowing you to be flexible. And with play, it's like not as serious or fixed as you think it is, because that eagle was still able to come back. So maybe this decision, you feel like you won't be able to be safe or come back or whatever. And Spirit is saying it's more flexible than you think. And you will have the ability to play and be flexible and not be so, yeah, like the warning that you're giving yourself or that alert that you're giving yourself is probably not as called for as you probably think that you need to have. And maybe that's what's holding you back, kind of. Okay, so I just want a couple more cards here before we get into pile number 3, Spirit. What word of advice here, guidance, can we give to pile number 2 in regards to this decision, this forward movement, getting on that ship and moving forward with the new life and this play? The Hierophant. Wow, Hierophant is talking about higher learnings and a way of life and commitments and religion and social structures. So maybe this is, you feel like this is a huge life change for you and you're not sure because it'll change your life. But I feel like play coming out that maybe it's not as fixed as you feel that it is or that you're building up. Yeah. 7 of Cups talks about confusion and maybe having too many options and not knowing which way to choose. And sometimes we have muddled thinking when we're in the 7 of Cups. So maybe you're not thinking quite clearly. So you're seeing something for really maybe in one way, but it's not really. And I think that you're seeing maybe the fixed side or the worst case scenario side. And Spirit's saying that's not the case here. Yeah, you're overwhelmed. And with the 10 of Wands, this is the after tarot. And then in this depiction, all the wands kind of fell on the floor. So it's almost like this person got so overloaded, they couldn't carry all these wands and collapsed, kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. So I feel like maybe you're scared of a relapse or reopening the scab or the heartbreak and facing something like that. But I don't feel like in this position that you're in is something that's going to result in that. Yeah, the Queen. Oh, geez, the Queen went flying. The Queen of Cups, you guys. Okay, this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is deep, deep love. This is someone who's very intuitive and passionate and giving and goes after what they emotionally feel and are open to receive and give love. So is this somebody coming in to pile? Okay, I'm going to pick up this card. Sorry. Pile number 2. Okay, 2 of Pentacles talks about balancing, talks about juggling, maybe feeling strapped in or like we're having to balance something, maybe emotions versus safety versus our life structure with the Hierophant. So yeah, balancing, maybe feeling like you can't quite balance it. Okay, but you're an octopus, so you can balance 8 Queens of Cups. Not that I'm suggesting you balance 8. Yeah, this is you having, this is a beautiful way to end this reading. Thank you, Spirit. strength. Okay, this is Leo energy, but strength talks about somebody with the self-control to be able to pull forward, hold back, and control themselves in a way that's successful. Okay, having the strength, having the willpower. And in this depiction, again, this is the after tarot, the angel or the maiden is hugging the lion and was able to tame the lion. Okay, so, and they get along. So I feel like whatever your decision in truth is, and you knowing, and I feel like it's the opposite of the safe decision is what I feel. It's going towards the wild, the fire, the electricity, where you're feeling electricity, where there's a deep emotion. I feel like you're going to conquer it. And not only are you going to conquer it, but I feel like there is a feeling of exhilaration and also feeling of safety. That I feel like maybe you felt like you were trading off some sort of safety, that home, that earth, but I feel like you gain it. And you also have a cool lion now. So how awesome is that? Pile number 2. All right, I hope that helped. I hope that was in context to what you were going through or working out. And thank you so much. We'll see you again. Hello, pile number 3. If you picked the Knight of Wands, then this will be your reading. Beautiful pile number 3. So, Knight of Wands. Wow, the Knight of Wands is passionate. The Knight of Wands goes after what they want. The Knight of Wands is quick energy. The Knight of Wands is very fiery. So you could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be something that you're really wanting to go towards. Spirit, for pile number 3, can we get clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 3? Thank you so much. And thank you, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy. So we got the Fool card coming out, and this was the pick for pile number 1. So interesting, but Fool talks about a new beginning in an area that maybe we have to take a leap of faith. And we got to trust kind of where we're just that wherever we're headed, but we can trust whatever's going to unfold. But there's a level of risk. And I mean, the Knight of Wands isn't afraid of risk. The Knight of Wands is one of the knights that takes a lot of risks. So what else, Spirit, do we have in regards to this energy for pile number 3? 10 of Cups, beautiful energy. So 10 of Cups is ultimate emotional fulfillment, okay? That's happy family, building a home, having everything you could ever possibly want, emotional fulfillment. So is this telling pile number 1 they have to risk moving forward for emotional fulfillment? The Queen of Wands. Okay, so yeah, the Queen of Wands is somebody very highly attractive. Okay, so either you could be this Queen of Wands here, resonating as Aries, Leo, Sag, or you could very well, hair in my eye, or you could very well be attracted to somebody here and considering moving forward and taking a leap of faith and building an emotional fulfillment and a life together with somebody that you're really attracted to. Okay, and if you are the Queen of Wands, maybe you're wanting to bring in emotional fulfillment and you're looking at taking a leap of faith in which direction you want to go and charge towards. To Queen of Wands doesn't really charge. I feel the Queen of Wands brings it in. So maybe you're manifesting a full emotional fulfillment right now. And there's a high desirability and attraction about you. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands, I feel like there's heavy attraction here, okay? And you could be resonating with maybe either the Knight of Wands as maybe not being up to the level of maybe the Queen of Wands who you're attracted to, or you could be this Queen of Wands with this Knight of Wands who seems to be very fiery. There's a lot of attraction, but there's a desire for there to be 10 of Cups, or those could be multiple sides of your personality, okay? If you're resonating with either of them, yeah, Knight of Cups. Yeah, I'm feeling a heavy romantic fiery connection here, but also with this Knight of Cups, this is the knight in shining armor going towards what he loves, he loves, offering a cup of love and being expressive with emotions, giving love, receiving love. So now we have the two knights. One of them is fiery and passionate and maybe a little bit more self-serving, gets what he wants, and is kind of fleeting energy, whereas the Knight of Cups is also kind of fleeting in a way. I mean, the Knight of Cups does talk about emotions and opening up. But we did see the Ten of Cups there. So maybe there's a need to go after full emotional fulfillment and drive towards it, and then express oneself with the Cup of Love. Okay. Yeah, the World. I feel like there is a cycle that's successfully coming to an end here. And this also talks about, I mean, it could talk about the internet and distance, travel. Let's see some more. Why are we seeing the World here? What's coming to an end? What's successfully closing out? Why was the World here, Spirit? The Queen of Wands again. Okay. Queen of Wands. Why does the Queen of Wands keep coming out? Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. The Queen of Wands is somebody who's very attractive, who is very good at manifesting the law of attraction, career focused, determined, intelligent, and very fiery. And why are we saying that the World is clarified by the Queen of Wands, spirits? The Page of Wands. More fire energy, communication. Maybe are you having some communication through the internet or through maybe somebody you met on the internet? You're communicating with someone you met on the internet, but there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of fire, who lives at a distance from you. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of emotional fulfillment here. Okay, here's more Wands energy. Wow, this is like really somebody who's very passionately desiring, having, fire and desire. Six of Wands is the Winner's card. It's somebody taking their lap of victory, feeling accomplished, a sense of accomplishment, having the accolades, recognition, and in the social eye. So in the social, you guys, so in the social eye, I think this person is really attractive and you're really attracted to this person. And this person could very well be in the social eye on the internet, because the World and the Six of Wands talks about having all eyes on you. It could be somebody who has this, who is well known. So maybe not like a celebrity, but maybe somebody who's like, it's well known in their community, but there's something heavy here about the internet and a distance. And Ace of Wands fell on the floor, which is like, I mean, if you look at it, this represents the male's private, and this is like heavy passion, okay? And all we keep seeing is a whole bunch of wands. So I feel like, okay, there's lots of desire, lots of passion. We did see the Ten of Cups, which is beautiful because that's the ultimate emotional fulfillment. And then we saw the Knight of Cups. I feel like there's emotions here. There's this deep sense of wanting to extend love and expand on love with somebody who's you're really passionately. Queen of Wands again, you guys. So maybe someone you keep thinking about, or if you're the Queen of Wands. No, I don't think you're the Queen of Wands. I think you keep thinking about this Queen of Wands because she keeps popping out, because she keeps coming to your mind. Okay, it's taking me a bit to get there, but Spirit, a little help here. I think Spirit is telling me you have somebody in your life right now who you're really, 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 really attracted to passionately, but you also have feelings for, and maybe you haven't quite stepped forward with an offering of a cup of love to this person to build a Ten of Cups. And with the Page coming out, you want to communicate that, and you want to manifest with the Magician here. You want to manifest with the law of attraction and bring in what it is that you want with this person, okay? The Magician has all the tools in his arsenal. So he has wands, cups, pentacles, and swords. So Spirit is saying you have everything that you need, and maybe you feel kind of like a page, so you feel a little bit out of place or a novice. in communication about, yeah, about how you feel, or maybe you're not quite sure how to express your feelings. Okay, what else, spirits? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. This is moving away from mental thoughts that are turbulent, maybe that aren't very healthy. Maybe you've been in a challenged mental state about this. You're wanting to move away from challenging times into calmer waters, into more stable ground. What else, spirits, about pile number 3 and what energy is coming towards them? Anything else? I was tired of seeing that Queen of Wands, so I had to change my deck. Wow. Yeah, if you guys are like the Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, and you're resonating as like, because I was feeling more like this person is just constantly on your mind. Interesting. Okay, joy and music. There is, internet again keeps coming through. Maybe you share music through the internet, or yeah, there's joy and music. Maybe share music with this person. This is like yeah, and the 10 of Cups, speaking of joy, you have this like, yeah, this like let's pull another one. I feel like I keep seeing the internet for some reason. Okay, motion and air. Yeah, I feel like you're wanting to move forward here, put something in motion. And with air, it talks about, well, air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which are suits of mental thought. So I feel like there is some mental thought that maybe was one way because you had the 6 of Swords, and now you're moving towards, or there's this new motion about it. And see the horses in the background? There's like a sense of freedom or moving towards liberation. Yeah, moving towards freedom and liberation. Okay. Creation and water. Wow. Now this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. And water talks about emotions, deep emotions. There's doves. I feel peace and creation. There's something to be created. Creation of music. Creation of love. Create music on the internet. Maybe some of you guys are looking to create music on the internet with, yeah, like, because the Queen of Wands could be around her career too. So you're feeling very passionate about creating music on the internet, bringing that into your life, going after what it is that you want, communicating this. Maybe you feel like you're at the early stages. Completion and west. I felt like there was a little bit of a travel or a distance, so maybe there's something out west that is going on, but completion, that's the world energy again. Something's coming to an end, but that's like a successful ending. That's like putting something successfully like to closure. West. Okay, why are we seeing this, spirit? What does pile number 3 need to know about all of this? We have richness and marine life. So it was marine life, richness. Yeah, like look at all of the marine life going on here and a lot of fish. I feel like maybe there's a lot of yeah, because there's still so much unknown about marine life. Maybe there's part of you that has, and the World Wide Web, exploring, like there's part of you that's really exploring something and the richness. I feel like you're exploring an area that is unknown, that feels very rich and abundant, and there's this vitality, there's this attraction. Maybe you have a newfound love for maybe music, something you're building on the internet. There's like a new zest and a new inspiration, and you're really full of energy and you're really creative, and it's coming from a deep place of love that's bringing you complete emotional fulfillment. I feel like you're just fucking, geez, I'm sorry. You're gung-ho. Wow. Yeah, preparation. Maybe this has been something you've been preparing for quite some time. So yeah, 2 messages here. It could certainly be resonating with the other person, but I feel like now I'm getting heavy. Like you've been really like putting in a lot of your energy and a lot of your time, and maybe can't get this off your mind. Like this is like your baby, like the Queen of Wands, like your passion, your desire, and you've been focused and you've been preparing and you've been working on the internet and hammering away. And I feel like something to do with music or creations is bringing emotional fulfillment. You're full of desire. Wow, you're really driven here. Direction, yeah, a sense of direction for sure, or at least a newfound need to want to drive forward. I feel like maybe you don't quite know. I mean, you know that you want this, but maybe there is no real direction. So I feel like the energy is really like shotgun. So yeah, Spirit, can we give some guidance around what they need to know about that? Okay, fear. So I was feeling that right before I pulled the card, that it could very well be an approach in an area that is too broad. Okay. So what more can we communicate here then? Yeah, because there's fear that being too broad and not pointed and direct with direction. West, that's a direction. Okay, so maybe it wasn't about West specifically, but in an unknown, like the marine life we're seeing, there's like, you're in marine life, there's a bunch of unknowns, there's lots going on, and there's no sense of direction. And at least saying, okay, West, at least you have a sense of direction, rather than just like everywhere and, you know, exploding into everywhere, because there's so much passion, there's so much fire, there's so much ignition. You're ignited? There's some sort of something. All right, so yeah, I feel like you're really like on fire. Okay, wow, this is charging me up. Teamwork. Okay, maybe you're learning to work with someone else too. Maybe there's a Queen of Wands. I feel like for some of you guys who are this Queen of Wands, yeah, like you're really fired up, you're really in tune with this, but maybe you're a little too dependent on yourself, because you kept seeing that Queen of Wands coming up again and again and again, that there is a need for maybe some teamwork, somebody who can give you a sense of direction, right? Because of that fear, that West, that direction. I think there is a need to maybe work with somebody, okay? Now, again, if this is your baby, you don't have to give away part of your business, but it's talking about working with someone, okay? And if you're resonating with that person who you're overseas with, or I don't know if you're overseas, but at a distance with, or really attractive with, and you're talking to, it's talking about teamwork. So I feel like there's a need to communicate how to work together to have some direction in collaborating with this person, because I feel like it's kind of scattered for both those scenarios. Influence. Wow. Okay. This is really heavy for the one who's people who are resonating with the creative project and this influence. I feel like there's two messages for that person. One thing at a time, Spirit. Influence. You not only are influencing other people with your creation, but I feel like with that teamwork, I feel like there is someone that's going to provide you with some more influence in order to have a more direct approach, that what you're working on needs a little bit more, just a little bit of tweaking. So it's a little more direct, because I feel like there's so much excitement and passion that it might need to be, what's it? Edward Scissorhands. What did Edward Scissorhands come in my mind? Yeah, it needs to be trimmed with the scissors. Groomed and toned down, not toned down, don't tone down. You know what I mean, like make it more pretty with a punch, an impactful punch. And influence, I think someone can help you with the influence towards which way you're going to go. Not necessarily they're going to take on your project, but influence you in which way to go, give you more guidance, get more pointed and direct, and more pretty and trimmed, Edward Scissorhands. And then for the person who is resonating with this woman who you're really attracted to, who you have these emotions and desire and passion, I feel like with this influence, I'm going to pull another one, but I feel like with this influence, like you are really influencing this person more than you're actually even probably aware of. Like I feel like there's this heavy emphasis on you not being a page, but feeling like a page. Okay. Yeah, you're not being a page, feeling like a page. We did see 2 knights, but we didn't see any kings. We saw queen, we saw 2 knights. Yeah, I feel like you feel like you're not good enough to influence the situation. But I feel like you're not only good enough, you've already influenced this person. Trickery. Yeah, I feel like there's a sense of maybe you have imposter syndrome. Like you feel like you're not good enough, or you're tricking yourself, or that you're not. Yeah, I feel like there's a sense of imposter syndrome, or not good enough, or like you're a novice and you're not a king. Okay, what spirit, what is around that for pile number 3? Isolation. Yeah, maybe you haven't been able to come out and express how you're really feeling with this isolation, and you're feeling kind of held back. And Spirit is saying like you have influence over this situation for sure, and influence over this person. And I feel like for the creative person, I think you guys also have shut out a lot of people because you've been very focused on this creation. So Spirit's reminding you not to shut yourself out. And because we were seeing teamwork, there is a need to still listen, collaborate. Not that you have to do whatever anyone's telling you, but just keep your ears and your heart open to other people who might actually genuinely have good recommendations, influence you in some way. Because I feel like you're so like one track mind focused because of this love and this passion and this desire. Like I feel like I'm on the edge of my seat, right? So there's this thing, but there's still like people who could add value. And oh my gosh, the fish. This is like absolute ultimate abundance, financial wealth, material wealth, complete abundance here. I feel like you're opening the door to something that could be very lucrative, and maybe feel like a fish out of water for the one of you who, yeah, 2 messages going on here, spirits. This is okay, and we're keeping them separate because they feel completely different. But the fish out of water, the page energy, you feel like you are a fish out of water, and you don't know how to approach this this Queen of Wands that you're passionately desiring. Okay, crocodile. Okay, so crocodile can talk about somebody who is burrowing in the water, or burrowing, under the water, and then all of a sudden they can come out and like attack. But I also feel like it could be hiding emotions. So maybe you have emotions that you haven't been able to let out, and there is this emphasis on maybe when you come out with these emotions, it might be a little bit lots, okay? Yeah, and maybe I don't want to say this because I don't want to psych you out, but it's coming to me, so I'm gonna say it. I feel like when you do, because maybe you've been very held back, it might feel like a lot, and it might feel like you're attacking, but attacking with emotions, yeah, like it's coming out at once, so the person might feel overwhelmed. So maybe there's some pace yourself a bit, but I feel like you've been so paced that it's like just, yeah, and with the direction and west, and okay, if the person lives out west here, or you might live out west from that person, but I feel like the west and the direction was saying to be more pointed and direct with maybe how you express yourself, because I feel this like really open, broad energy in both of these readings. Like it's like so much fire and desire and passion and like it's like, okay, well, Edward Scissorhands that energy, baby, so we can get nice trimmed bushes. All right, so we're gonna wrap up right away, but we'll get a few more here for you. Beautiful pile number 3. I'm so excited for your passion. Oh my gosh, 10 of Cups. We saw the 10 of Cups. This is ultimate emotional fulfillment, okay? This is families coming together to build a happy home, white picket fence, bonfire, fence, garage, yard, freaking best life ever. Okay, so I feel like there's a potential here within this connection that you are feeling passionately about, but this requires emotions, okay, not necessarily fire, but that's the potential. And if you are resonating with the creative, I feel like the creator of the music, or that, yeah, I just feel like there's this ultimate emotional joy that you're able to bring to people and their lives. And it's almost like a feeling of people welcoming that into their home and having this great influence over people. Like, wow, I'm like so charged. Like, if you're watching my video, I feel pretty cool about that. Yeah, almost like heavy celebrity, but like people will recognize your name, and people you're following, like people are really going to be, yeah, like you're part of the household name. Hangman. Okay, so this one for me is giving for the person who is resonating with the Queen of Wands person that they keep thinking about and they're passionately attracted to. I feel like potentially you've been in a state of limbo, suspended action, not able to move, and you haven't moved forward because you're seeing that crocodile. Maybe you're waiting for the right time to kind of pounce, and now we know from spirit with guidance we got to be a little more direct and pointed. But see how this after tarot deck, there's a woman here with the hangman, and that's not generally how the Rider-Waite is, and she's giving him water. I feel like this person has been by your side, supportive of you, and I feel like you might now have an enlightened state or a new perspective about this person that you didn't quite have. And I feel like this person is very caring. This person's bringing you water and feeding you and just being there by your side. So I feel like there's a support here from this person that it goes beyond the Queen of Wands. Okay, I'm feeling very heavy, like earth energy and water. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but very heavy earth. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is someone very down to earth, very earthly, very practical, very successful, very loving, very giving, very kind. Wow, I don't know why that's all coming to me. So if there's any doubt there, I feel like there's a sense of enlightenment around that. And for those of you guys resonating with the creative project or whatever, I feel like you guys have this way to enlighten people and give them a new perspective on that genre of creation, music. Again, maybe it's not even music, it could be like spoken word. If something gives someone joy, I feel like it is on the internet. Maybe you have a platform where you're creating, editing, inspiring, influencing. Maybe you're a heavy influencer. Okay, and finally, last card we'll wrap up. Beautiful card with the Hierophant. Okay, Hierophant. Wow, this is like a way of life and higher learning, and it is marriage, and it is social structures. I feel like for those of you guys resonating with the person that you're attracted to or have romantic feelings for, maybe it's at a distance from you, there's a potential here for marriage, or at least a higher level of commitment and building a life together here. And for those of you guys resonating with the creative project, I feel like the Hierophant is reinforcing there being a sense of you learning through this project and getting very, very deep and committed to this lifestyle that's gonna be your, I already feel like it is your lifestyle, but I feel like you're so excited. It feels like new energy to me. Okay, it feels like new energy. I don't feel it peters out. I feel like instead of it being so fiery and like engulfing, because right now it's so engulfing, I don't know which way to focus on. I feel like there is going to be a solidified way of you doing this that becomes your way of life, and it's more controlled through your learning and doing it, a process over and over where you learn how to control this rather than just be like a young kid in a candy store. Okay, that's what I feel like you have so much you want to show, so you're putting all your music out there, or like it's like a mishmash paddywhack of stuff, right? Which is great, but it's a lot. Okay, so keep part of it desirable until you can tweak it and release bits of it once it's kind of perfected to your liking to lure, attraction in. And I feel like, yeah, you become expert and you become very calm and you become a teacher of it. People look up to you about it, okay? Because right now I feel like your page energy is you're still learning about it, you're excited and you're novice and you're putting it all together, but there's nothing novice about the Hierophant. That's like the Papa Hierophant, okay? People learn from you. You're a teacher, you're an instructor, you're able to give this solid learning to other people around that specialty, which brings that into other people's homes and keeps going on for generations. And I'm so blessed to do this reading. I love how this reading went at the end because it's brought me so much happiness. And yeah, for the one resonating with the Queen of Wands that keeps popping in your mind, I feel like, yeah, there's beautiful love and energy there. And I feel like you just need a little bit of confidence, but the potential is there if there's any question. And I feel like maybe you're coming out of your state of limbo, but I think the message there was recognizing that this person has been there and has proven to be fairly solid. So yeah. Oh, and I did see the King of Swords at the bottom. So very intelligent. I feel you guys are very intelligent. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, very intelligent and very creative and very beautiful, very loving. I'm so glad to be here, you guys. Bless you. See you again. Bye.